Where the crocodiles were. Actually, there were two. This full of water and thousands of crocodiles. And the outer one is filled where the road is. And in the outer mode, there were tigers, and this used for the crocodiles. And there is a drawbridge. Very, very defensive, but after the downfall of the Mughals, this fort been attacked several times.
देखना भाई खाने का भूपिंदर बैग में निकालो उसको तुम्हारे को बक्सों में समझ देता
So you can imagine how much Julie doesn't like me wearing this thing. She doesn't like being on camera.
He doesn't like it.
Nah. Hello.
दूसरे को टिकट पकड़ा दी मुझे लगा किसकी टिकट है वाइट वाला होगा So back then, most of the walls and the ceiling of this Agra Fort is covered with the beautiful mosaic work like that, including the gold leaf, 22 carat.
Wow.
But all were scratched by the invaders after the downfall of the Mughals. These days, nothing is left inside. All the furnitures, chandeliers, carpets, everything looted by the invaders. You might have heard about the diamond Kohinoor, which is in the Queen's crown.
Right.
In the Tower of London, where we took it from.
Aha.
One of the most biggest and expensive diamond, 108 carat. Was it? And all these ceramic tiles imported from Turkey. Agra Fort is also the World Heritage Monument by UNESCO. So you've seen two today. Taj Mahal and this. See the thickness of the wall. It's solid, more than 2 meters.
It's a lot more fun wearing this on a dance floor than just walking through a public space. Everyone's like,
So what I can do, I can take a video like this way and send to Julie. You are wearing this.
embarrassing Stuart.
So this Agra Fort built by 3 generations. Started by the grandfather of Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan was very famous because he built the Taj Mahal.
Right.
So that in the corner where the people walking there, that palace belonged to the grandfather who actually started the construction of this Agra Fort. But that palace completely destroyed by the invaders by the cannon shots.
Right.
So nothing is left here. This palace belonged to his son, Jahangir.
Right.
Jahangir was his name. Jahangir's son Shah Jahan, other side, built the Taj Mahal.
So this is the evil son, right?
No, this is not the evil
Not
son.
that one. Right.
The evil son palace is other side where the army is.
Right.
And most of the Mughal king they had Hindu wife, Christian, Muslim. These were the political marriages to make the army stronger. And even if you look
okay.
under that big arch, you can see the 6-pointed star.
Yeah.
That's not the Star of David, that's the Hindu star.
Oh, okay.
Because in the Star of David, there is no circle in the center.
Yeah.
In the Hindu star, because this king, he had a Hindu wife also. So this king was the father of Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan was Muslim. He built the Taj Mahal because of his father. But we have seen the lotus flower in Taj Mahal. Lotus represents the Hindu architecture. So Shah Jahan's mother was Hindu.
Right.
Shah Jahan's mother was Hindu. Shah Jahan was Muslim because always they carry the surname of the father. This king, when he was 11 years old, he got that circular stone round thing with lots of gold and silver coins as a birthday present. And after that, he used that as his bathtub. He used to take a bath out there in the public. There is no pump system at that time, so filled manually. Take the water out manually, morning and evening time, as per his choice, cold, hot water. So that was his bathtub. One solid piece of stone, no joints, 5 feet in height, 8 feet in diameter.
It's going to take a while to fill manually.
While filled manually, and this bathtub actually carved here. There are 3 steps, outer and inner surface, to get into this.
Perfect.
And can you believe what makes this special? This is nothing. Like for any king to represent gift, this bathtub is nothing for them. But what makes this special? This type of yellow color of stone, it's not available in the northern part of India.
Wow.
This stone came from the south part of India, almost 2,000 kilometers, one single rock, exported from there to Agra, and this tub carved here. So now you can imagine how he managed to get that big rock.
It's going to be a bit heavier. Yeah.
We're going inside and
Sure.
did you see, like, is it pyramid?
Sorry?
Is it pyramids?
I've not been there. I've not been there at all.
So this is similar kind of how they built it. How there was no technology, no designing skills. Now people can design in the computer and layout.
10,000 slaves and 12,000 whips.
Yeah. But at that time the people were more advanced. Because America says that always that he is the most developed country. And they're using S-joint technology to build the high-rise buildings. And in Taj Mahal and these forts, they already used S-joint technology.
Smart.
Look at the beautiful ceilings. Watch your step.
It's pretty incredible.
See how it is built. This palace belonged to the father of Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan's father, and this was the bedroom of the king and the queen, with no doors.
Right.
And these doors are not original. At that time, there were no doors, because in these private palaces, only him allowed.
Oh, okay.
Except him, no other man allowed, so only the official wife and the concubines.
But the concubines are many.
Concubines like 200, 300. So at that time, for the security of those concubines and the official wife, there were transgenders.
Right.
There were transgenders.
Okay.
So this was the bedroom of the king, that was the living room. And these rooms all around used by the concubines. Beautiful carving. This palace doesn't seem like 500 years old. If you see the condition.
Yeah.
This is the World Heritage Monument and the only fort in India won Aga Khan Award for its best architecture.
There you go.
Aga Khan Award is for the excellence.
So how could this get it and not the Taj Mahal?
Like Taj Mahal is different, but here you can see like more contrast. And this
Well, they're
fort is
both pretty
like
amazing.
almost 75 years before the Taj Mahal and took 95 years. And if you see the beautiful drainage system, those holes in the ground, This is very well connected to the moat outside where the crocodiles are.
Oh, okay.
And underneath there is a pipes. And they knew about the rust, so they didn't use any iron pipes. They used only brass and copper pipes. So very advanced.
Clever.
These rooms used by the concubines. In this side of the room, they share the rooms actually.
Right.
In this side of the room, like 5, 7, 10, depends on the size of the room. That's an open courtyard area, mostly that courtyard area used by these concubines. And the central courtyard where the used by the official. That's also the drainage. All the roof water they collected first into this, and there is a hole in the ground connected to the outside.
So intricate, isn't it? Yes.
Now we're visiting the Shah Jahan's palace. He loved white marble. He actually loved spending money.
Pretty good at it.
Good at it. The big building in the middle, that was his bedroom. That way. This small palace belonged to Roshanara, one of the daughter of the king. Other side of the bedroom, the same palace like this belonged to the another daughter. So two daughters, in between them, that big building that was his bedroom. This king, 3 official wives. The third one was buried, the 2 are outside the boundary gate.
Yes.
400 concubines. Whole building used by the concubines. Let's come and see and you get the best view of Taj Mahal from the daughter's bedroom. Look at here, the Taj Mahal. Looks beautiful. So India is now it's a developing country. It's not like a very poor country, right?
No. I think it's a lot more developed and more impressive than I was expecting.
Right. Exactly.
Which is partly because of you telling me how dirty it's going to be and things like that.
Yeah.
India is a dirty country. You must.
No. It is. So if let's say now there is a sudden storm,
Right.
there will be very much dust. Even you can't see anything.
So I'm just lucky.
Yes.
Being on an uncrowded day where I'm
Right,
not
right.
dripping. But even then, there's manicured. You know,
If you
it's
just
not
go-
wild, it's not
tomorrow
jungle,
if
it's
you
not
just look
rubbish
at-
everywhere.
Tomorrow if you just go to the Noida, you will feel like Melbourne.
Yeah.
Tall buildings, very
Yeah.
wide and beautiful roads, industries.
Looks beautiful.
It does.